Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to everyone on the Artificial Intelligence Technology Summer School. My name is Anastasia, and I will moderate this school. Artificial intelligence is a reality of our present, and it is the engine of society's development. After all, we use the latest technologies every day, and we cannot imagine any area of life without them. Against the background of today's events, we can see that artificial intelligence can help even at the front line. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we have been once again convinced of its necessity. So in order to stimulate the creation of the artificial intelligence innovative programs, Lviv University is launching a traditional summer school dedicated to the study of artificial intelligence technologies. This is a great opportunity for students to learn about artificial intelligence innovations and for companies to share their thoughts and experience. Thank you very much for the support of our general partner, EPAM, official partners, Global Logic, Grammarly, SoftServe, partners Nix, Alex, Folderly, Squad, Star, and everyone who joined in supporting this project. We truly believe that even in such a difficult time, we will be able to create a learning environment of high quality for young people. Today we are starting teaching, and now we are welcoming to speak Vice Rector for Research, Teaching and IT Development, Vitaly Kuharsky. You're welcome.
Thank you, Anastasia, for introduction. Dear colleagues, it's my big privilege and great pleasure on behalf of Rector, our Scientific Council, Academic Senate of our university to open our, I can say now, really traditional Artificial Intelligence Technology Summer School. Last week at meeting of our academic senate of our university, I announced it as summer school and offered our professors dean to join. Hope some of them are with us today or will join in coming day. Let me extend to all of you very warm welcome on behalf of the rector of Ivan from National University of Lviv, Professor Vladimir Melnik. Let me also thank all of you for joining our event, especially those who represent another country, another region. Today, at the time of largely decisive for our country war, all type of collaboration, all type of communication, and all type of support are important for us. We are also glad to see a lot of representatives from different parts of Ukraine, and I hope that all our activities will be followed up by quietness, calm, without air alerts, and of course by good news from the front line, which are very important for us today. We are honored to have representatives of local authority of our Lviv regional state administration. We are honored to have heads of our IT companies, representatives of IT companies, especially the R&D departments, and of course all of you. Generally, we have more than 400 participants, 30 speakers, 18 companies, Libyat IT Cluster, representatives of Fulbright program on the board. All these facts are important for organizers, for our university, and I am sure for participants also. Today and during 2 weeks, you all we have possibility to communicate with leaders of biggest Ukrainian IT companies, among them EPAM, Global Logic, Grammarly, SoftServe, NX, Alex, Folderly, Squad, Star, Vacuums. We are supported also by Bavarian Academic Center of Central, Eastern, and Southeastern Europe by host. We're supported by Libyat Cluster, also Fulbright program in Ukraine. Concerning this year, I have to say that summer school, of course, better to have in not online mode, in offline mode. Sure, the best case for us is to see all of you here in our university in Lviv, but war makes its adjustment, and hope distance mode will allow us to achieve the goal which we have formulated. You will gain new knowledge, new skill, new acquaintances, and new contacts. It's important to note also that goal of summer school is waiting not only for all of us, our university. Let me say such event is important also for industry, for region, for all countries to build capacity for new successes, to uncover potential of our universities and IT industry. Let me point out that today Ukrainian IT outsourcing industry is full in the world, first in Europe, third export industry in Ukraine. Concerning European context, as a representative of Ukraine in Information Communication Technology Committee of European Commission in program Horizon Europe, which is hosted in Brussels, I can to emphasize the importance of our more active participation in Horizon Europe program. As an associated member of European Union and now as a candidate to be a member of European Union, hope today event will also be a small step that will increase in near future our activity in this program. Several key facts related to currently funded area under the program Horizon Europe. For example, computing technology and engineering methods for cyber physical system of system. It's funded more in this year, more than 30 million euro. Another area, photonics manufacturing pilot lines for photonic components and devices. Again, more than 30 million euros per year. In conventional nanoelectronics, again, more than 13 million per year. Smart Anything Everywhere program, which funded, which was budget more than 49 million euro. Cloud computing, more than 35 million euro. And it's only 5 programs from more than 40s, among which better known to us Internet of Things, big data, robotics, information system, and green energy. All this number are underlining importance of cross-disciplinary research is often joined by area which we called artificial intelligence. Therefore, the knowledge you will gain in summer school and programming, development environments, mobile programming, using of cloud environments, and of course, all topics related to that, Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud, machine learning, deep learning, should become very valuable in near future for all of you, all of us. Unfortunately, Ukraine, I know.
Thank you for your speech. And now we are welcome to speak Deputy Chairman for Digital Development, Digital Transformation and Digitization, CDTO, Alexander Kulepin. You're welcome.
Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you, organizers, also for your joining. And of course, I give the floor to our Deputy Head of Regional Administration and Digital Transformation, Alexander Kulepin. And I have to say in Ukrainian, працюємо на перемогу і слава Україні.
Героям слава. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Last year at Lviv Regional State Administration, we designed and launched the regional program for innovative development that was based on a very unique model of combining government, business, and science, also known as its Itskovich model. This helped us to launch educational and science laboratory of artificial intelligence at Ivano-Franko National University of Lviv. We did that because we believed that AI is a basis of our future development, and that students that study new technologies in this field will be definitely very successful in their lives. And successful students, successful generation, then creates a successful country. And this is what we need the most nowadays. That is why I'm very pleased to see that the project involves to the international level. And that is why I congratulate all of you young students that took the opportunity and joined this Artificial Intelligence Technology Summer School 2022. I wish you all to enjoy this school and study lots of new stuff. And my congratulations to all of those who took part in starting this project and involving this project. Especially to Olga Osarchuk, because what we see that leadership helps us build something new in this country, makes it more successful. And Olga is definitely a leader that deserves a lot of applause. So here is applause from my side. And I'm passing the mic to other participants on this opening ceremony.
Thank you for your speech. And now we are welcoming to speak head of EPAM University program in Ukraine, Denis Grinov. You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Denis Grinov, head of EPAM University in Ukraine. I'm glad to invite to Ivano-Franko National University in Lviv at the open of the Summer School of Artificial Intelligence Technology. There's difficult times for each of us. We remember the first weeks of war, when the most important task was probably for everyone to decide what to do next. We all understood that the future of the country and our own future depend on each of us. For most of you, this choice was obvious. The main thing for you today is to continue your studies, to build a foundation for your future profession. Develop yourself, ask the right questions, try to find different solution to a partial problem. I understand that during the war, it's not easy to learn and develop yourself. But education today is the way to the success of each of you, the way of the success of our country, to carry out effective reforms, because educated people are able to build their own careers and the drivers of everything new. And the growth of the IT industry was in the world and Ukraine is based primarily on qualified people, people who are experts in their field, people who know how to build effective solutions. This is why EPAM, together with leaders of the IT industry in Ukraine, invest in the training of young talents. And this summer school is a good example of the interaction between the university and industry experts. Moreover, IT company have their own training programs and offer you to combine the fundamentals academic knowledge that you receive at university and training programs in IT companies which are aimed at the application of the acquired knowledge in practice. Develop yourself, search information from various sources, accumulate knowledge, build your own success career, build a successful Ukraine. We believe in yourselves, in ourselves, and we believe in Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, for your attention, and for your support. And now we are welcoming to speak Chairman of Supervisory Board, IFNUL, member of the Board Directors at SoftServe, Taras Kutsmei. You're welcome.
Good morning. My warmest greeting to all participants, to lecturers, teachers, organization committee. Yes, now we live during difficult times and difficult times for IT industry as well. But nevertheless, if take a look on the result of IT industry for the first quarter, we provided 2 billion export income to Ukraine. As if to compare to the previous years, previous year we have 1.4 billion. It looks like IT industry growing. During what time we are doing our activity according to our business continuity plan. Yes, our main priority is safety of our people. We relocated more, SoftServe relocated more than 3,000 our associates, their families from Eastern and Central Ukraine to Western Ukraine. We relocated about 1,800 families, people to the West. Still, our main challenge is working in Ukraine. Many of our clients considering Ukraine as a risk location, and they're asking us to move our activities from Ukraine to other countries. As of today, SoftServe putting a lot of efforts to build our development centers in countries like Poland, Romania, Bulgaria. We started our development centers in Mexico, Colombia, Chile, and all these activities helping us to keep balance between doing development in Ukraine and doing development outside Ukraine. At the same time, I would like to say that the IT industry very proactive in supporting Amish. We see thousands of projects in support. Like for example, SoftServe we're doing only about 20 projects free of charge for Ukrainian government, Ministry of Цифровization, local authorities. So we see that our main goal as of today is to do everything possible when the war will be coming to the end, to be in good shape and continue to develop our IT industry. So, you know, I impressed that we are starting this artificial intelligence summer school this year. This is the second year I reviewed, and I see that we have more participants this year comparing to previous years. Yes, it is great achievement. I reviewed very comprehensive program and great speakers. What is very good that we are building a strong synergy between IT industry and education. We see many companies today participating, and I see that majority of teachers coming from IT companies. We always dreamed about to have such great synergy. And as well, it's a pleasure for me to see that National University of Ivan Franko, Lviv National University of Ivan Franko, driving these activities. Lviv National University of Ivan Franko is my alma mater, and yeah, it's great to see such great leadership mission. So I wish all of you during the next 2 weeks to have fun time, interesting discussion, and at the same time that all you will be studying to be very useful and helpful for you in building your future career. So good luck and Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Героям слава. Thank you to our speaker. We can invite our next speaker. Today we have many representatives from IT companies. That's why we have title Global Logic. Igor Kostyev.
Thank you, Anastasia. And thank you to university for invitation. Global Logic is actively cooperating with university, and we were actually one of the founders of current school. And I'm glad to see that every single year the number of attendance in the school is greater and greater and bigger. And now we even have it in English, which is really cool. A couple of words about our company, about Global Logic. We are one of the 3 biggest companies in Ukraine, and specifically in Lviv, my home city. We have more than 2,100 engineers in the company. In Ukraine, we are the best employer couple of years already, according to Randstad and Forbes, and we are leader in IT service, according to Information Service Group, etc. In company in general, we have projects in medical technology, media, telecom, automotive, industrial. Those are industries which are actively growing. And despite that, one more important fact, as a company, we also invest in Ukraine. We donated more than 500 million hryvnias to Ukrainian army and to charity in Ukraine. Also, we have a number of interesting projects with our country, etc. Here, what is important, company is actively investing in young generation education. Specifically, that's why we have current summer school. Also, we have laboratory in university and other activities. And simply because company is growing with people like you. Last year, we had more than a couple of hundreds young generation students who joined our company and moving the industry forward. And it's not just the words. It's really good that you are active and you are looking for new education, you are looking for new opportunities. It's the people who are driving industry forward. And in reality, your education will never end because industry itself, every single year, something new is invented. So firstly, you will learn it. And secondly, at some point, it is expected that you will start inventing and driving industry forward. You will create something which was never yet created, and it's really great that you're looking for that. One more thing why artificial intelligence right now is really important. As you noticed, it's not just about self-driving cars. Now we are inventing self-flying planes because, you know, at the war zone, especially, it is important that plane is not just fly, but it's also resistant to any kind of influence. And practically, it is expected right now for any drone to be able to fly itself using visual objects to recognizing object, to recognizing our own units, recognizing enemies, etc. So probably it will be the project which you will be creating. Another thing which is important, that in IT we can do things better than human can do, because humans have some, let's say, hardware limitations, and in computer world we can create tricks to make those limitations over and make something better. So I wish you to have a great study here. I wish you to pick up the new knowledge. I wish you to become innovative. I wish you to be great, and I wish you to join us. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention. And now we invite our next speaker, Chairman of the Supervisory Board, Alex Volodymyr Skladanivsky. You're welcome.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for making the summer school happen, despite everything that is happening around us. Also, colleagues from Alex and other companies that chose to share their knowledge and experience. The war is in our lives as an unimaginable tragedy. It overpowers emotionally and mentally. It is what enemy wants, to destroy our life and destroy our values. And this summer school is, to me, another proof that we resist war. We try to build our own future. And for that reason, I felt optimism when I was invited to talk. I would like to touch on two subjects, the importance of study and the importance of the field of AI. If I refer to Alex's origins, it is impossible not to mention Alexei Skripnik. I had the honor of working with him closely for a large part of our lives. One of his traits that always impressed me was his ability to learn and develop himself. At any time, he had a few topics that he was researching in depth, and it was always possible to learn something new from him and gain confidence and validate own views whenever we had a discussion. I think this habit of constant learning was what helped him to become who he was. Inspire our team and guide our team, but also gain respect and recognition from numerous friends and partners he had all over the world. Some are born with this inherent curiosity to look beyond what we know and can do. Most of us, however, need to apply effort and persistence to build this habit embedded in a lifestyle. And perhaps there is no better time to build this habit than while engaging in systematic, structured studies such as what the school and the university provides. Academic studies show that there are two key factors influencing long-term life satisfaction. First is that one needs to form realistic expectations about our own future. And second, one needs to achieve these expectations over time. When we speak about vocation, knowledge and learning is essential to forming these expectations and realizing them. And it is in a way essential to self-realization and happiness. And now coming to the topic of AI. Well, man became interested in machines that can learn from experience, as Alan Turing phrased it, since the very advent of electronic computing, perhaps 80 or 90 years ago. Some of the brightest minds, including John McCarthy and, for example, Marvin Minsky, were devoted to it. More recently, academics like Geoffrey Hinton and, for example, Shane Leck, who founded DeepMind, applied their talent and skill to get closer to this dream. Artificial intelligence is a well-established field, and in a way, we stand on the shoulders of giants. Recent growth in computing power that is cheap and readily available has made it possible to apply methods and techniques that were completely impractical just 10 or 20 years ago. We can model problems in the world around us with much greater precision and detail. Suddenly, it became easier to build systems that learn from data, then try to encode every possible decision in advance. This shift caused a boom with a large number of practitioners and academics moving to the field of AI. Also, back in 2011, Mark Anderson, who's a person behind Netscape, the first internet browser, and the famous Silicon Valley VC, suggested that software is eating the world. This phrase has become, if you like, a motto for software industry ever since. What he meant is that the computers and software are going to play increasingly ubiquitous role in our lives, and we're going to find them in most unexpected places. A lot has been done in the last 10 years, but like Ihor Kostyev said, we still have no cars that can drive themselves. Nevertheless, the state of the industry is such that pretty much every aspect of human activity is now considered for automation, and AI applications are considered a viable realization for that. At Alex, when we started relocating people to Poland and Croatia a few months ago, I looked closer at some of the local IT service companies in those countries. And one difference that struck me was how globalized Ukrainian IT is. Most of our clients come, and most of our projects come all around the world. Ukraine has become a global hub, a brand for building software and solving engineering problems. That is, I see no lack of interesting and rewarding work for us in the foreseeable future. More than this, the number, the complexity and depth of problems that people are trying to solve in the field of AI is such that there are very often small professional global communities that experiment and try to find best solutions for in particular niche. Contributing to these communities, joining them, gains visibility, recognition, and respect from the peers. It is an achievement for the practitioner, but also obviously the employer and even our country. And it may sound a little bit pretentious, but I would say the world is open. Whether it is matching of what an aerial drone sees through its lens against a satellite map, or identifying enemy equipment in a footage, or maybe forecasting harvest of wheat in Ukraine and its prices next year, or just perhaps optimizing a marketing campaign for maximal reach and effect. These are some examples of the problems that we deal with at Alex. Or maybe for you, it can be a chatbot that will convince people one day that it is sentient. I wish you inspiration and persistence over the next 2 weeks. And well, if after that you feel that the world of AI is field of AI is right for you, perhaps you can talk. Thank you.
Thank you for your great speech. And now we are welcoming to speak educational lead at the Libyat Cluster, Julia Tsembala.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you here today, and thank you for the invitation. And Libyat Cluster is a community of more than 220 IT companies, authorities, and educational department institutions determined to work on the development of the IT sphere. And even now, education is one of the most important directions of our work in Cluster. And this is how we can make a long-term impact into our industry. And what we are doing, our goal is to make Lviv a center of technical education. And for more than 5 years, together with IT companies, we have been updating bachelor's degree programs at 4 universities in Lviv. And in total, now we have 18 bachelor's programs with more than 4,000 students studying here. And in particular, we support 8 educational programs at Lviv University. And that's great that students at these programs have the opportunity to work under the mentorship of IT company representatives, including speakers of the school too. And it's a very cool direction that will definitely affect the future, because you're able to create incredible things from smart watches to smart cities. And for you, this school is a great opportunity to work with the industry representatives on real projects and in a short period of time. Listen to interesting speakers from university and from IT companies. And maybe during this school, you'll create a very cool project, or you'll be inspired by an idea of your own project. Therefore, I advise you to think your teeth into the school. Do not hesitate to ask any questions, gain experience from the best. And I wish you to spend these days in summer school with a maximum benefit for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. And now we are welcoming to speak head of Marketing and Communication Center in our university, Olga Osirachuk. You're welcome.
Hello, dear speakers, dear participants. Many thank you to join our summer school, and also many thanks for our partners who help and support us in organizing this school. It's the second time when we organize this school, and we hope it will be useful and interesting for you. And so I think we can go to our second part, of educational part, and we hope this 2 weeks school can help to you to be more closer to artificial intelligence. Thanks.
Thank you, our speakers, for your attention, for your speak, for your support. Dear students, the first lecture will begin in a few minutes, but I want to tell you a few organizational points. The educational process will be lasting 2 weeks. There will be many lectures and interesting workshops. You have access to Moodle and Slack. There will be a schedule of lectures and workshops on the Moodle platform, and there will be links to classes. Also, on this platform, you can find additional materials distributed by speakers, for example, presentation, PDF files, etc. Moodle will also store all lecture videos and workshops. On the Slack platform, you can write all your questions. There will be our technical moderator, lecturer, and me. This will be our chat with you. If you have any questions, please write there. Warning, each lecturer will have its one chat in Slack. One lecture, one chat in Slack. If you have questions on the topic, write in the specific chat in Slack. If you have general questions, write in the general chat. And also in Slack, follow our announcements and news. We will have a whole lecture with you every day with breaks of 20 minutes. There will be a new Zoom for each lecture. You need to go out and go to the new links. Dear participants, make sure you stay safe during class. If you will be in a dangerous place and an alarm starts, please go to a safe place and join the lecture if possible. I thank everyone for attention, and we will now switch to the lecture. Let me remind you, you enter Moodle and connect to the first lesson, which will begin at 10 a.m. See you in a few minutes. Thank you.